miss the show, because I've got people on both coasts that wanted to see it tune in, but it's hard because it's live.
Yeah. I have a friend in Pittsburgh who's going to be tuning in. Some friends in Chicago.
Oh, neat. Oh, cool.
Some friends.
This should be fun.
Friends here, obviously. But yeah.
Yeah. Any particular you want to talk about that you think would be funny?
No, I think just.
Wait, we talk normally.
We'll find it.
We got it. I'm a little hangry. That was probably a mistake. Right? I was like, I need a fucking churro or something.
Are you angry right now?
Yeah, I think so. It's like, no, we're not. No. Yeah, usually people just throw chocolate at me and run away.
I don't know what it is about anger. I think we should talk about it.
We should being hangry.
But it's like it's.
Well, this is the time that I should remind people to eat before the show because I didn't take my own advice and do that.
I like a snack. I mean, I have snack. I don't like this a snack.
A pickle? You had a pickle?
A meal. You need to take those headphones off right now. we got about.
I'm positioned. I'm positioned.
Positioned. You all ready?
There you go. Yeah.
All right.
Looks hot. Does it feel like a DJ?
A little bit. No, you gotta just do one.
Hot. That's fun. That's fun. It's a real careful balance with the sunglasses and the.
Yeah, me as Carol Bennett, like my hair.
You gotta. Yeah, we can't. That's why I have a bouffant as well. I can't. I didn't want to flatten this.
As well? I don't have a bouffant. I mean, as well.
Pompadour. I'm like, I don't want to flatten our pompadours.
Bouffant.
Oh god, that's funny. This is a jam. I mean, I was gonna lean toward the jazz hip hop before the show, but that's alright. It's in there. There it is. You found it. I like this song. It reminds me of New Orleans. That's why I like it.
I've still never been.
I'm performing January 1st.
I might be going in January. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna be performing?
Comedy House. That's like their main comedy club out there.
Okay.
Like it's their only comedy club out there. Why are you going in January?
Just on possibly on a trip with a lady.
Okay. Go to Mardi Gras World. That's where they make the floats.
Mardi Gras World.
We're gonna try to go to New Year's there if they've got the party there again.
Ooh, I don't want to go. Oh, New Year's. That's New Year's Day. I probably won't be there New Year's Day.
Yeah.
I don't want to go when there's anybody. When there's like
Debauchery?
anybody there.
Don't do Bourbon Street. I lasted an hour.
I want to. Well, I want to be in the French Quarter. I don't want
1 minute?
to like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I lasted 1 hour on Bourbon Street.
Yeah, Bourbon Street's not really my thing.
How's the hair? We good?
Yeah, you look great. Yeah.
Okay. This whole thing is through the sun.
What this?
Yeah. No, don't do Bourbon. Frenchman Street. That's where all the jazz clubs are.
Okay. Yeah, stuff like that.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I went like 2018.
All right, we are ready.
Yeah. All right. Welcome to the Lauren Rachael Talk Show. I'm here with Tony B. Hi, Tony.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi. Thanks for being here.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
This is technically my Halloween special episode.
Yeah, you're dressed like Barbie.
Well, it's just something I threw on. I had this laying around.
Even the giant necklace that says Barbie on it.
I woke up like this. It's amazing.
Okay.
It's amazing. Yeah, and you had mentioned that you didn't really feel like dressing up, but I don't know if you know this or not, but by association, you are now Ken.
Yeah, that happens a lot in my life. I'm always Ken by association.
It happens.
I'm used to it.
It happens. It's better than who's Ken's friend that everyone forgets about?
Oh, I don't even know.
Daryl or something? I don't know.
Ken has a friend?
Yeah, apparently he has a friend. See, that's the
gosh.
thing. No one even knows. That's the thing. So
I'm
at least
surprised.
you're Ken. You're the main guy in this episode.
I'd rather be Ken than who? Daryl?
I don't even
That can't be his name.
I forget.
Has Daryl and Barbie ever had like an affair?
I don't think so. I think
don't
he
know.
likes the other Kens.
Oh, okay.
Just saying. But anyway, yeah, by association, you are now Ken. So thank you for dressing up tonight.
You're welcome.
So easy how that works. Your
Yeah.
costume's great. You look great.
Thank you.
Tonight, in tonight's episode, Ken is wearing a vest. The listeners don't know. You can check my Instagram later to see what we're wearing, and my Instagram is the Lauren Rachael, and it's Rachael. Why don't you tell everybody how they can find you, Tony?
You could find me at Tony B Comedy on Instagram or YouTube, or I have a TikTok, but I haven't posted anything on it yet.
Yeah.
Instagram's my main hub, so at Tony B Comedy. And yeah.
Look him up. He's got some funny clips on there. I've checked it out.
Yeah.
I stole a few for today's promo.
Oh, yeah.
Hope you don't mind. Hope you don't mind.
I was
I'll
like,
tag you.
You just went and stole all my stuff.
I did. I'm like, this one's flattering. We're gonna go with this one. I like this look.
You're lucky I'm not famous, or I'd sue you.
Right? Oh, others have tried. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
We don't talk about that. Mostly TikTok. No. Actually, that's a very odd. TikTok's a very odd platform. I'm still trying to figure that one out. It's weird. I get a ton of views and stuff on there, but I feel like you connect more with people on Instagram because it's real people. I don't know. It's people that you connect with in the real world. So through Instagram, it's like I've made a lot of friends and I've met a lot of interesting people, and that's how I've reached out for shows.
And I feel like if I was on TikTok, then I would somehow be owned by China.
And I'm pretty sure they made this necklace. So shout out to China. Yes.
Shout out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So on that note, who is Tony B? I'm just kidding. What a weird question, right?
Have you got about 30 seconds?
I do.
I'm a comedian who owns dogs, and that's pretty much it.
Nice.
Yeah, I like to eat every now and then.
Okay.
I enjoy a nice bourbon.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard about the bourbon. Yeah, it's great. Actually, that reminds me, we should mention your comedy special, which I happened to watch again last night because I own it and I love it and it's really funny.
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome. Why don't you share with the group?
I will share with the broader group. Yeah, so I have a special I recorded a few years ago. It's called Tony B Day Drinker. It's streaming now on Amazon Prime Video. It's streaming on Tubi. And you could also listen to it on Spotify, Apple Music, and iTunes.
Oh, nice. Options.
Yeah, a lot of
It's
options.
very funny.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm actually, you filmed it up in Scottsdale, right?
Yeah, I filmed it at a club in Scottsdale, which is no longer there.
I'm so bummed because it looks so cool. It's called the Comedy Spot?
Yeah, it was called the Comedy Spot.
It looks so cool.
Yeah, it was a great room. It didn't make it past lockdown, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
ruins everything. Thanks again, China. We're gonna keep this one light, but we're gonna go full anti-communism on this episode. Just kidding. Kind of.
It's a Barbie Ken themed plus anti-Chinese propaganda. Yeah, so it's a clean. Yeah, the thing with the special is so they told me it was produced by Uproar Comedy.
Okay.
And they said, we want to record a special with you, and I said, that sounds great. And they said, it has to be 100% clean, no crowd work, and you know 100% clean, no crowd work. And I said, okay, so the exact opposite of what I do.
Right, I know.
But no, I am very happy with it because I worked hard on it, and I'm happy with the way it turned out. So
no, it's really good.
Yeah, it was hard to do.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing too, because I've had some opportunities to branch out with things, and they asked me to do like a 20-minute clean set, submit a clean set, but that's really subjective. Like,
what clean is?
Well, yeah. So I think I'm considered more of a clean comic, right? I don't really do anything really crass. I don't swear a lot, not really. But for example, if I happen to want to submit for a comedy special, let's say that's filmed in Utah, for example, I won't say which one. Do I leave out the drug jokes? Because I have a few.
Well, okay. So here's what clean means in comedy.
Yeah.
It's no cursing and no references to drugs or sex.
So no fun.
No. Yes. So
okay.
It's
so like, what would happen?
It's comedy without the laughs.
Okay. So it's basically exactly. I'll just run through my DMV, my DMV experience. Like, I waited in line at the DMV.
Well, no, I mean,
because that's all that's left after that.
It's basically just BJ Leno. Like, gee, about the DMV. There's people there, and then they ask you for a picture. You're like, I got a picture. I took a picture. Why do I have to take another picture?
Did I tell you I just met him when I was up in Burbank?
Oh, did you work? Yeah,
I
he always
fist
does the Comedy Magic Club, and he also does Flappers. Right?
I was at Flappers and I met him and I fist bumped him when he got off stage and I said, "Good set," and he looked so like no one's done that in like 30 years. Thank you.
It's Jay Leno.
I know. I'm looking.
You're like, hey, by the way, man, great set. I like your stuff.
I couldn't help myself. I was like, I'm gonna do something totally weird, and I did, and he liked that. I think. He laughed.
I honestly bet he appreciated that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could tell it had been decades since anyone had dared.
Nobody fist bumps Jay and says good set.
Well, I didn't tip his chin or anything. I just did the fist, knuckle to knuckle.
Why do you gotta mention his chin?
I like the chin. I will say this. The way people had talked about it over the years, I really expected him to have unusual features. He's a nice looking guy, and he is way older than I thought he was. I mean, I thought he was maybe 50. He's like pushing 75, I think.
He's he's got to be around 70.
I think he's older than that.
You thought he was 50?
He looks good.
Oh, just from the way he looked, you think
yeah.
he's okay?
Yeah.
You would have
really
said
good.
that's a 50-year-old man.
I guess.
Okay.
I think when we were younger, people looked older. Do you notice that?
Oh, completely. Okay, because when I was a kid growing up, and I'm around my friends' parents' age when I was in like junior high school. I'm 42 right now. And I'm not just saying this because I think I look so much better than my friends' parents did at my age. And I look around at my friends. I think all my friends look a lot better.
Yeah.
You know what it was? The hairstyle.
Yeah, some of them are really unflattering.
Some of them are very unflattering. It's the hairstyles, and it was just, I think people were more resigned to being like, I'm older now, and now people are like, they're doing everything to stay young. Yeah, they're doing everything to look younger. They're everything in their own personal power.
Okay, I mean, I'm 95. I mentioned that in the last episode.
Yeah. And I was gonna say, I thought you were 50.
You win. That was funny. Burn! Not even close, sir. Not even close. But my back does hurt right now. No, but
mine.
they all had like the perms, the bubble helmet hair, and
Yeah.
and the huge glasses, and they looked 70 when they were like 30. It was weird.
Go through a yearbook. Go through like a junior high yearbook from like 1989.
Yeah.
Everyone looks like they're 56 years old.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
and
a
they're
whole
like
thing.
11. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we're doing better. I think also we eat so many preservatives that things just aren't falling apart. It's just like a bonus. I'm like, this tastes good, but also, I'll look the same when they dig me back up and they're like, oh, she's still dead, but she looks the same.
So you think like all the preservatives, they're preserving us?
I feel like that might be a thing.
I don't know, because I think people are eating cleaner now.
I don't know.
Like with less preservative. Because when I'm like
we're making an effort, yeah.
Yeah, when I buy something, I look at if there's like 9,000 ingredients.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just think everything's gonna kill me now. So
Yeah. Well, and the other thing I was going to mention too, if you compare the same products here versus like England, the ingredients are way more in the United States. So like literally the same product, but they have triple the amount of crap in them here. So it's kind of so you got to be careful what you buy. But I still hold to my initial opinion that people are preserved from the inside. They're embalmed. They just don't know it. They just don't know it. That's what it is. It's very flammable. So we cut back on smoking. I think that has helped.
And that's another thing. Everyone smoked. Everybody smoked.
Yes.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
And I think cigarettes really, because I was never like a heavy smoker, but from the time I was like, I don't know, through my teens and through like my mid 30s, I would say. Mm-hmm. I smoked, on and off.
You're that guy. Wow, I would have guessed.
Well, being a comic, it was, you're kind of bored, and I still miss in between shows just going outside and talking with the other comics and lighting up a cigarette.
Yeah.
I miss cigarettes when I'm in Vegas.
Well, I feel like we could experience them just indirectly in Vegas. That's another thing I was gonna say. I know you were just there. I was gonna ask you about that trip. You were just there to perform at LA Comedy Club, right?
Yeah, the LA Comedy Club in the Strat Hotel. It used to be called the Stratosphere.
It sure did.
But now it's the Strat. And,
yeah. New packaging.
The club is great. I love playing that club. And but when I go there, it's a week. It's usually when you go do when you go do a weekend comedy, it's usually Thursday through Sunday,
right, or
maybe Wednesday through Sunday. But Vegas, Monday, I'm there Monday to Monday, performing 7 nights.
Ooh.
And it's fun because the shows there, a Monday night show is like a Saturday night show anywhere else. Like
yes.
The crowds are just amazing.
Yeah.
But it's hard to live in a Vegas hotel for a week.
Yeah, I stayed at that hotel as well for a comedy festival. I was there for 8 days. It was the longest week of my life.
Yeah.
I did one show there and I did other shows, but I have to say that was when I mentioned it, this was a very smoky hotel. Holy shit.
Yeah, and I lose that, I lose the smell of that, like, cause when I'm there for so long, I don't even smell it after a couple days.
Right.
But like they have a fitness center there.
Pointless. The most pointless thing in the planet.
Yeah, there's never anybody in there. But I try to go. Just I have to get my blood flowing. We don't know.
Oh, you're the guy that uses it. How cute.
Oh, I use it. I have to.
You're that guy. Wow.
Otherwise, I just lay in bed and I'm stiff and I can't move.
Yeah.
But I can even smell stale cigarette smoke in the gym. At the
yes.
Strat.
Oh, it's gross. And like, it's the only place I've ever been where people are eating steak while smoking a cigarette. It's like they're really
That's
committing.
old school, man.
Very old school.
Yeah, that is real old school.
The kind of guy that wears a pinky ring. That's who does that. It's so gross. Okay, you're good. I checked.
No pinky
ring today.
Rings, no.
And then I wanted to ask you if the bat is still there at the Strat Hotel.
I actually didn't see any bats, but I did see a cricket in my room at one point.
Okay, so they need to work on the nature situation over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're allowed to say that. If it really happened, we can share. It's like a Yelp review.
Okay, but let me say this. I love the LA Comedy Club in the Strat. That is an amazing club. And
I love the club. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and it's not. The Strat. It's not like I'm not complaining. Like, oh, woe is me. The Strat. It's got its high points.
It's got some charm about it. Yeah,
There's a restaurant.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Honestly.
There's a restaurant in there. I think it's called Chi. It's the best Asian food I've ever had in my life. Like it's really high quality.
Yeah, I had their orange chicken because I'm like, I want to try something I know I'll like because I'm just so daring. I'm like, this is a sure thing, and it was, and it was actually really good.
But the problem is, you can't go out and walk anywhere.
Right.
Because it's at the end. Yeah. And so like you can't just get out and walk to another hotel. You gotta.
We wandered. I think we wandered. It was like 3 a.m. I think we ended up at some sort of pancake establishment or something next door.
And that's what it was called. The pancake establishment.
It was the kind of place where the waiter sat down in our booth with us and just shot the shit for about half an hour because that's how dead it was.
Did he cry at some point?
He didn't seem happy about his life, but it was a good time.
Did you give him a pancake?
No, but I gave him my card and I was like, hey, you should laugh a little. It's like, I'm going to be at some shows this week. Check them out.
See, you are that's what I need to rub off on me because you're very business savvy and you're always and I'm just Ken. I'm an idiot.
I'm kidding. No,
I'm just Ken. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm totally kidding. No, well. That's the thing, though. But you speak for yourself with the comedy and the things that you do, and so people seek you out. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, that is good. But if I had like half of your promotional
chutzpah.
That's a good one. You can tell I was going to search for a word
Google
for like an hour.
Downloading.
I had your
charisma.
Charisma, chutzpah,
fabulous attire,
charm, and you're a little aggressive.
Aggressive.
You've got to but that's good.
I think you mean Italian. Thank God I'm also only half. You're also half, for our listeners that don't know.
Well, I'm actually I'm less than half because the other half is Italian, Austrian, and French.
Oh.
So I've got Persian on one side, Italian, Austrian, and French on one side.
So not very confrontational at all.
No, I'm actually
Just kidding.
what's the word? A wuss?
No, not
A
at all.
pushover?
No.
Spineless?
No. Well,
when there's something like, yeah, I mean, I do.
You have manners, and that's okay. I think that we need to have more of that nowadays.
Yeah.
You're much more traditional. I like working with you and doing shows with you. You actually dress up. You look nice. You got your shit together.
Thank you.
You're a good one to work with. And in spite of all of your specials and shows being named after drinking, you actually really have your act together. Because I've had people that I've had to carry out of clubs before, and I'm like, man, it's a good thing that you were just the opener.
No, I do tend to, I have my special's called Day Drinker. I do a show once a month at the House of Comedy called Cocktails with Tony B.
Yes.
But I am not. You will never see me like, ooh, Tony's really messed up right now. Like
Yeah.
I never get that way.
Yeah.
I used to.
I saw the special.
Oh, I used to.
I don't want to ruin the surprise for everyone. That was my favorite part. So you really do need to buy the special on Amazon Prime because it was great. And actually, I had a good time doing your cocktail show in spite of the fact that you were not there that day. That's like a once in a lifetime thing that you weren't there at your own show. I felt so bad.
I got COVID from
Yeah,
LA,
I mean-
and we were in LA at the same festival.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that trip. That was a weird trip. We were in different festivals. You did the NoHo Festival,
Yes,
right?
I was doing the NoHo Comedy Festival, which was amazing.
Yes.
So much fun. Shout out Jack Jr. That was an amazing.
He puts
festival.
on a good show. And I was at the Burbank Comedy Festival, and it was a good time.
I did
classes.
the Burbank. I don't remember if it was I think it was last year, and I had a great time. I thought Flappers was a really fun club, and yeah, I had a great time at the Burbank Fest.
I'm actually going back there. I'm performing there November 3rd. I'll be out there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm doing the Comedy Store the day before, and then the 3rd I'll be at Flappers, and then I'll be at the Ice House on the 4th. So I'm like going.
That is a great run.
That was my
Yeah.
goal, but my last one I was really trying to lock down was the Hollywood Improv. I was like, I will just be able to retire now if I get all 4 in a weekend. I got really close. And
Yeah.
I was going to do a show for one of their bookers actually, and she was like, oh, that's not the weekend we're doing it. I was like, oh, so close. Those are like little goals I set for myself. I'm like, this is great, but what would be amazing is if I could get it all in one weekend.
Yeah, that's the
goals for
difference
myself. They're crazy.
between you and me is you had that and you're not satisfied. If I like
Well,
someone,
I'm grateful for all of it. But yeah.
I would have been like, what's your first show you're doing? Is that
The Comedy Store. That took a freaking
Yeah, so,
decade.
yeah,
They are a tough nut to crack, let me tell you.
Yeah, if someone said, okay, a Comedy Store, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna sleep the rest of the weekend.
It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good
You're
time.
gonna have fun.
Yeah, but our trip to Burbank was like, I was a little bummed because we rushed out of there, and it was a very anticlimactic hurricane, if I may say so.
Yeah, I mean, I had other circumstances as well that I had to
Yes.
leave, but
Yes.
yeah, it was there was supposed to be a big hurricane, and then I don't think anything.
It just ruined my weekend. Like I was supposed to do the Comedy Chateau that night. It was a Saturday night, and then our whole thing was Southwest Airlines was really over dramatic about it. Like they just canceled everything.
Yeah.
And we figured out later we were going to be on the same flight, and then they rescheduled us to the same flight. But here's the thing. For some reason where I was staying, I didn't have the cell service, and so you got the message like an hour and a half before me.
Oh yeah, they messaged me early in the morning like your original flight was canceled, and so I was like,
Yeah, I didn't get that memo until about an hour before that I had to be there.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that's right, because I remember I was at the gate and you were like running.
and if I'm ever running, you know it's a freaking apocalypse. There's a zombie behind me. If I'm jogging anywhere, you should be running too.
Yeah.
Like that's just for our listeners, just so you know. I did not play a lot of sports in high school. Okay. Boxing doesn't require a lot of like soccer. They're like no, it's not your gym. You can lift weights, then don't try to exert yourself. I'm like, okay, I'll just sit this one out. Yeah, they call it a bench warmer. I was a great bench warmer.
If I played a sport, what sport would you guess that I played?
Jousting. I don't know. I think it's because the vest is just throwing off the visual.
Do you mean like
fencing?
Yeah, fencing. I was gonna say, what's jousting? I'm not a.
Is that the one? I don't know. horse.
This is
way off. Samsonite, I was way off.
I'm not a knight in 1683.
Fencing, different things.
Yeah.
I'm really holding true to the Barbie look today. I gotta tell you, sports not my jam.
Fencing always interested me. It always interested me.
No, you would actually be really good at like jujitsu.
Really? Why do you say that? Because I'm a short drink of water. I'm only 5'7".
No, I can just see you doing that. I worked with some UFC fighters, and those were my. I also work in healthcare. For people that don't know who I am or anything about me, I'm a chiropractor also, and I do animal chiropractic. But starting out, I worked with pro fighters, and so one of which was Fabricio Camus. I got him ready for UFC 187. It was really fun.
Okay.
Yeah, and I could picture you doing that, or maybe like baseball or something.
Here's the problem. First of all, I haven't
dressed in a costume. I could have told you better. I'm like, yes, this fits.
No, I actually, I've been thinking about taking up actually I was looking into Muay Thai.
Yeah.
But I have a problem with my back and my sciatic nerve, so I can't really kick.
Oh.
So that takes it. So I was thinking about. I used to be really into boxing when I was in high school.
There you go. See.
And I was thinking about getting back
sports.
into that because I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Some men, they feel like when they hit, because I'm 42, a lot of my friends, they're getting into MMA, and they're getting why do we feel the need? We need to fight now.
Now's the time. Yeah.
Who are we fighting in our 40s?
Each other, and I would pay to see it.
No, I'm not.
Just in this a supermarket parking lot, that's my space, and just see where it goes.
I don't know. I don't know where it comes from, but there's this need to be I need to hit something.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It happens. And actually, it's a good workout, but it's also good for your mood. It just kind of, it helps anger management. But you said you don't have much of the dominant Italian side. So I'm Italian and Polish. So I'm just angry and I lose my car a lot. So, then I'm pissed about that. That kind of stuff happens all the time.
Is it? Never mind. I was gonna. Is it? No, I'm not gonna say it.
My dad used to tell me not to tell anybody I was Polish. Just say I was.
Because then everyone says, "Is it true you guys took a rocket to the sun?"
Oh God, I think it was just like a passive aggressive dig at my mother that I didn't get for 30 years. just tell her when you're Italian. That's what he told me to say. Which I think
that's
kind of mean.
That's what my mom used to say. She used to say, "Just tell everybody you're Italian." And
See?
I was like, "Why?" But I'm also.
We conquered the world. Did they give you that spiel? Because we conquered the world.
No, and she said it because I think she was worried because so I was born in '81, right? Same. And then just a few years before that, there was a whole thing where Iran took a bunch of American hostages. So being half Iranian, I think she wanted. Yeah. She didn't want me to say that to anybody with fear of.
It wasn't a good look for her. I get it.
Yeah.
We love her things.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about the war right now, though.
Hey, let's get back to fighting.
Yeah. Speaking of fighting.
Yeah. Hey. So I want to get into boxing, but seriously, I will never get into a fight in my entire life. The only person I'm going to fight now, Father Time.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned your back a lot, so yeah. I feel you. I've got a left knee that tells me when it's going to rain.
Oh, really?
It's pretty awesome.
That's weird.
Yeah. It starts making noises when I go up and down the stairs. I'm like, it's definitely going to have some lightning.
Yeah. I got creaky knees.
Yeah.
My knees sound like an old rickety haunted house.
Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe we need to eat more fast food because maybe the preservatives miss those joints. I'm like, I feel great about the face. I'm like, this is still holding up.
But I keep taking all these supplements because every time I go on Instagram or I'm on YouTube, there's always these ads that pop up. It's like, you need to be eating mushroom powder. So all right, I'm gonna buy mushroom powder. Yeah. And then they're like, you need fish oil for your joint. I'm like, okay, fish oil. So I make a smoothie every morning, and there's 9,000 things in it, and I don't think any of them are doing anything for me.
Well, no wonder you felt so bad in Vegas, because unless you brought your whole arsenal of powders and potions.
No, that's the 1 week I don't bring.
Collagen.
Yeah, I don't bring all that stuff.
You didn't bring your collagen.
I didn't bring my collagen.
Nice. Oh gosh. Okay, so another thing I was going to ask you, because I think this is fun to ask.
You mean the topic of my smoothie isn't interesting to our listeners?
I mean,
is that what you're
saying? Doesn't sound like it tastes that great.
Okay, I think.
Do you throw spinach in there?
You bet I do.
Okay, so we're moving on for sure. We're moving on. On that note, because I feel like this really ties in, what is the most petty thing you've ever done after a breakup?
Oh no. Petty. Let's see. Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess.
Think back to your 20s.
I guess.
Less charming.
No, no, I'm going all the way back to like junior high, like my first girlfriend.
Oh.
Because like
That sounds scary.
you would want. I remember wanting to like make her jealous.
Yes.
So I'd be like, you know, during the dance. I think it's kind of weird that there's a dance when you're like in 7th grade.
Yeah, and like parents are standing around watching like with the creepers.
Like we're kids.
Cute.
And I remember like I'm slow dancing with like kissing
the,
girls.
The hands on the shoulder thing.
Yeah, but like you know you'd be kissing.
Oh.
Like 11.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway.
Did you get a high five from your dad after? Like, good job. Mine showed up and they were like peeking around the corner at my first dance. It was so creepy. I was
my gosh.
They were great at being embarrassing. I'm just gonna say. They were like, just stop by. We're in the neighborhood. You were in the neighborhood? I'm an hour away from home. Cool. Thanks for hanging.
Did your dad take the kid aside? Like, listen here, you ever break her heart? And I'll break your neck.
Not at the junior high dance, but I would rarely bring anybody home. And the first time I brought somebody home, he accidentally happened to be cleaning all of his guns. So really subtle, Pops. Really subtle. Really subtle.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't have. Well, there's so many reasons I don't have kids, but no, one of the reasons
is
your
dogs. I'm just kidding.
Well, my dogs are. You know,
a whole nother subject for another time.
Yeah, they're a lot. I love them. But no, because I think I could handle a son. Yeah. But I couldn't handle a daughter. I would love her way too much. Yeah. And I couldn't ever imagine her getting like.
You clean the guns. You'd be that guy.
I don't know if I would be that guy. I would just be more like terrified and worried for her my whole life.
Yeah. That's basically what happened to him. I feel really bad.
Yeah. I have so much respect for
yes.
parents, fathers. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
It's a lot. Yeah. It's a lot. I'm sure I didn't help. But then again, I was a bit of a tomboy, so the skateboarding thing.
Yeah, you seem like you could have always taken. I can't imagine a point in your life, just knowing you now, because I haven't known you very long, but just, all I know of you is this, and I feel like you would have always been able to take care of yourself.
I do all right. I might have looked into being in the FBI before, just momentarily, but comedy's better. It's better.
Yeah.
I can. I'm not saying I'm a plant or anything. This isn't, an operative or anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just do this for fun.
All right.
So great getting to know you, Tony. Where's your family from again? Just kidding. Tell me everything.
Italy.
Ah, yes. We cleared that
100%.
Yes. Okay, so you make people jealous. All right. And now, okay. I'd have to say the most petty thing I did after a breakup, the guy was a bit of a lush, and he was having a bit of an episode in my car, and
when you say episode, I need more details.
Like slurry, in and out of blackout kind of thing. And I was already at that point. It was like 6 months into I was like, I know this is going to end kind of thing.
That's a nightmare.
And I ended up leaving him on his mother's lawn. And I sent her a text message that I said, there's something in your yard. I just want to make sure she found him.
Can I say something? I don't see anything petty about that. I just see beautiful awesomeness.
It was... Yeah, anything I do, it's gonna be funny. Like I don't just do stuff to be mean.
Okay.
It's gonna be funny. So
you want to get a laugh somehow.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I mean, this was like 15 years ago. I still think it's hysterical.
I bet he laughs at it now.
Probably.
And I guarantee whoever he told that story to got a great laugh out of it.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
I hope so. Unless he's still in her yard. I mean, who knows the situation now? It wasn't going well then. So.
Are you sure he didn't die?
I mean, he checks in on my Facebook every now and then, so we'll see.
That's a great thing about Facebook. Is you're like, okay, they didn't die.
Yeah, like, they're in my immediate friends list all of a sudden. I guess they're checking it out.
Yeah. You know what is weird about Facebook, though, is did you ever notice, like, I told, like, 2 weeks ago, I told somebody, I commented on their post and I said, I'm very sorry. Like, they posted that their grandfather had passed away. So I said, I'm very sorry for your loss. I don't even know this guy. Oh. And so I'm saying I'm sorry about his granddad. You don't want to be the asshole that doesn't comment? Yeah. But I figure maybe he'd appreciate that somebody doesn't really...
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I've donated so much money to like friends of friends that are having like a fundraiser. And then
like GoFundMe's. And
it's nice to do.
It is.
But... Yeah, like people that I haven't seen in like 20 or 30 years, I feel like I need to be involved in what happened with their salon debacle, with their hair, or like whatever's going on. Like, I'm like, oh no, like my condolences. Like, it's just like a lot of drama. It's mellowed out a little bit. There's another app that I can say you probably want to avoid if you don't like online drama. That's Nextdoor.
Oh, yeah, people have been telling me about that. I can't.
Oh,
do
no.
that.
It's just angry old
much.
people, from what I know. It's mostly angry old people. Like, they just have this just really snide comments, like weird stuff. Like, for example, I was coming home and there was a major detour on the 17. I had just gotten back in town. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to let people know, because this took me like 40 minutes out of my way because the freeway was shut down and I didn't know. And I posted in the group, like, hey guys, just so you know, you might want to avoid the 17 right now. Like, just something neighborly, something nice to do. I live up in Anthem in Arizona. And like people were commenting, well, if you saw the signs, you would have known that. Thank you, Karen. Thanks, Karen. Thanks for the update.
Yeah,
well, that means you saw the signs and you're selfish and you didn't tell anybody. So, just in case. Like, what if we missed it? Obviously, I was traveling, so I missed the sign, Karen. But thank you for the update.
Here's the thing about that, though, is, and it's really off topic. But
are we ever on topic?
I think we need to. The Karen. I know a few Karens, and they're all amazing.
Yeah, I don't know where
they're
that.
Not at all like the stereotypical Karen.
No.
So
no.
I would be mad if people were like, "Yeah, that's right, Tony."
Yeah.
And then and
call him Lauren. I'm alright with it.
That sounds even funnier,
right?
You go, thanks, Lauren.
Yeah, because it's gonna be next level. It's like, I'm gonna complain and ruin your day. So that's where we're at.
Thanks for leaving me drunk on my mom's lawn, Lauren.
Totally. Well, that's my follow-up question: is what is the most petty thing that has been done to you after a breakup?
Oh,
because girls get a little
kooky.
kooky.
girls can get a little upset, but I don't know. I don't think anybody's been petty with me
that you know of. Do you have any unwanted magazines that you can't get rid of that keep showing up for the last 10 years? Anything like that?
No.
Okay.
Because
don't give them any ideas.
No, everybody that's in my life, if there's somebody I didn't want in my life, I would, I just not.
Yeah, but you're not. Well, that's the thing. You're nice, and so you've never really been. You don't give a sleazy vibe. That's probably why. I really think if people are just kind of, I don't know, crappier than they need to be, that's what will make people so mad. Unless they're just nuts,
I'm a pretty okay guy, but I'm also flesh and blood, and I have my flaws.
We have our moments,
and I have my regrets.
Yeah. Did I mention you guys should watch the special? Because I think you'll see some of those in there. I think that the lousiest thing someone did to me, same guy actually that I left on his mother's lawn, actually canceled one of my flights. For some reason.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it wasn't at the time.
So you're like, gotta get to the airport.
And I was like, oh, cool. I guess I'll buy another one. That's fun. For some reason, the details went to his email also, and he took it upon himself because I went on the trip without him, like with one of my girlfriends or something. I think it was after the lawn incident, actually. So same guy. It's just one big shit show, really. Yeah.
That's really funny. I'm kind of disappointed that you two didn't end up together, because it would have been the funniest. You guys just ordering pizzas to each other's houses, and
it would have just
constantly trying to mess with each other.
Years of fun and court case drama. It would have been great.
Yeah.
Good times. Are you doing anything for Halloween this year? You dressing up?
I'm supposed to be going to a Halloween party on Saturday, and
Nice.
I am dressing up as a since I already dressed like that anyway, I'm going as a 1920s like gangster.
Oh, that's cool. That
So
works for you.
Yeah, it's basically my regular clothes, except
With a hat.
I have a shoulder strap gun holster.
Oh yeah. So you already have all the things.
Yeah.
I really tried to get you to dress as Maverick from Top Gun today. I was hinting. I was like, hey, do you still have the pilot's outfit? Do you still have the pilot's outfit? You're like, I don't know. I think it's more my normal clothes. I'm like, okay, then you're gonna be Ken. Tony B as Ken.
Yeah. I do. I'm a big fan of Top Gun.
Yeah. Aviators. Everyone looked great in aviators.
I have aviators.
I know you do.
I
You
left
didn't bring them
I left them
because you didn't participate.
No, I didn't participate.
Oh, that's a good time. Have you ever had a costume that backfired?
Costume that backfired.
It's a loaded question.
Okay, so I'm from Chicago. Like this is probably like 2000. We're talking like 2005 or 6. I went as one of the super fans, like from
Ooh.
Saturday Night Live. So I'm basically going as Ditka. That's basically my costume.
Oh, nice.
But it called for a big, fake mustache to put on.
Nice.
And now I don't know if this really backfired, but it was just funny because I went out with a bunch of my friends, and we're going to the bars in Chicago, and there was $100 on the table if I could find a girl to make out with me while I was wearing
With the mustache.
the mustache.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow. Did it stay on?
I came so close, and
They couldn't do it.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
See, if you would have also brought the aviators, you could have played that.
I had excellent aviators.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I had the whole thing going.
You just weren't selling her on the stash.
I wasn't. You know what? I wasn't confident in the stash.
You had to play it like Borat. Like that is a really big confidence that Sacha Baron Cohen has with that stash. Like you had to really, because you almost were like apologetic, probably like, hey, do you mind if I lick your face with this on?
Oh yeah, I actually did say at one point, hey, my friends have and that's when I lost her.
Oh.
And I said, my friends have a bet.
Yeah, women don't like being paid for.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it was like 2 a.m. at this point, and yeah.
Yeah, that's closing time. That's why they play that song. They play closing time to get you out of the bar, or some sort of Michael Jackson hit. It's like, all right, we're mopping around you people.
I love when a bar turns the lights on.
Yes, that's a good time.
And then everyone sees each other, and you're all like,
oh yeah, well,
you're just like roaches scattering away.
Yeah, it's not a good look. The makeup runs. I almost wonder, at any point, did the mustache start to dip into the beer?
Oh yeah, it was so gross. It was
like in your
and
mouth.
like the glue was like gave me a rash. It was just like a cheap,
gross.
like Party City whatever mustache for like $5.
Did you look like the Sabotage terrible. Beastie Boys video?
Yes,
I love that.
I looked exactly like that. It was.
See, that's what you should be this weekend. That's hysterical. People will get it. Just do it for me. Take a picture.
I just now even talking about the fake mustache, I'm itchy. Like I can't even. I can never put on.
Speaking of mustaches, this is a great time for me to mention my sponsor for tonight's episode.
Please do.
Oh, I think I should. It's Marcut Laser, which is a laser hair removal place in North Scottsdale. Right in your neck of the woods, Tony. just in case you might feel inspired.
Are you saying just because I'm Persian and Italian, I might have a lot of body hair?
I mean,
that needs lasering.
She's off the Greenway, Parkway. She's great. Her name's Marlo, but it's Marcut Laser, MARCUT Laser, LASER. And her phone number is 480-852-9359. Again, that's 480-852-9359. And her website is marcutlaserllc.com. The reason I love her so much is she has amazing rates. She's like an eighth of the cost. If you compare to the other people that are in the area. And I went and I checked out her equipment, and it's all brand new laser. The way this stuff used to be like 20 years ago, because I'm also Italian, I'm like, I'm gonna add hair from the eyes up and remove it everywhere else. Just this living Barbie all the time. That is my style, right? So I tried like 20 years ago one of their original versions of this, and it felt like an interrogation. I was being snapped, like it felt like a rubber band snapping. Just a lot, and hers, I had her tested out on my arm, my little doll arm. See, no hair. Look at that. Look at that. Nothing. Look at that. Remnants of a spray tan, but that's it. Yeah, and it's actually great. So I highly recommend you check her out, and she will give you a custom quote if you mention the Lauren Rachael Talk Show tonight. So again, that's Marcut Laser, and she's in your neighborhood in North Scottsdale.
Yeah, that's a nice location there off Greenway Parkway.
Yeah, and now you're gonna be like a baby dolphin.
Okay, I will.
Very slick.
And when I come back on the show, I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna show it off?
No, I'm not gonna show. Well, I can't do that.
I mean, it depends on what episode we're going for. I mean, that might be a New Year's kind of thing, or.
That's for my OnlyFans.
Oh God, there was one account I was following on Instagram. This guy was like this cute guy. He was like. He was holding a cat that happened to bite his face when he was singing opera. It was the weirdest video, and that's why I followed him, because I thought it was funny. And that was like a couple months ago. And then all of a sudden I'm like, why is this guy posing and his whole ass is showing and all this stuff's going on? I'm like, is this and then just like follow my link, and for more, like if you want to see it all and all this stuff, I'm like, oh, is this like a porn site? Like what is going on? I just like the cat video.
Well, it's not really, because like there's a lot of, especially, there's a lot of people that on OnlyFans, it's not like It's not like porn.
I mean, can I just go on there and tell jokes and maybe wear this outfit?
I know comics that are on there just for comedy.
Oh. Well, now you've incentivized it. But I feel like with me, I'm going to get weird messages. I get weird messages now.
Yeah.
I get a lot of weird messages now. Like, I had one this morning. I was like, oh, thank you for that photo of your foot. Is that your foot?
That was not my foot.
Gross. So gross. Or, ladies, if you want to pick me up, I suggest you go into your Facebook Messenger account and go into the spam folder. Oh,
I bet there's some gold and. Well, I mean,
delightful.
I don't know any woman that doesn't get just unsolicited creepiness from men in their inboxes all the time.
Well, it's really weird. I think a picture of me or some posts made it over to Cairo, Egypt. And the reason I say this, I will have like 45 messages from guys from Egypt specifically. And they don't know what to say, so they all just send me emojis of flowers.
I think that's very romantic.
And then I just send a smiley face back and a thumbs up. And then they try to call me from Messenger, which is that's.
You have to answer.
Yeah, I have
never.
My gosh. It scares me because I'm like, if you can't talk to me, and you just send me flower emojis, I don't think we're gonna converse well.
Please answer.
Next
time it
happens.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had someone do 3 in a row. I was like, I think you misunderstood the thumbs up. Like, it's not a good time. I'm trying to be nice. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Yeah, I get some very weird messages, but check your spam folder.
Okay.
I feel like you might get a bouquet or two.
I would be flattered.
Yeah, especially if you go visit our sponsor. You know what I mean? Now that
if I'm smooth like a dolphin.
Now that you're gonna have that competitive edge to me. Yeah, you're gonna earn it.
Yeah, I could use any competitive edge right now.
Yeah. That brings me to my next topic.
Oh, okay.
What are some things that annoy you during just everyday life? What's like something that just you find annoying? Because I feel like people can relate to that.
I am one of these people where I have like, each part of my day kind of planned in my head how it's supposed to go. Any deviation from that, I get, I'm not like I don't have a big temper, but when I'm alone, I do have a big temper. When I'm by myself, like I will yell in my car. I will.
I get really quiet.
In my house, I will just yell the F word sometimes if something's frustrating me. But around people, I don't lose my cool. I'm not,
So just things not going as planned.
Yeah, and it could be something so small, and I just get annoyed. And if something else happens, then I get even more. And
You sound like you'd be horrible to be in a tour group with. You're like, no, lady, we're not stopping for your coffee. We're going to the castle now.
No, with other people, I'm very accommodating. I'm very. I think I like being alone. I like living alone.
Yes.
But no, if I'm around people, I'm not like that. I'm not like.
Yeah, but like if somebody like an appointment gets canceled or moved or.
Yeah, I guess. No, you know what? No, if anything gets canceled, I am ecstatic.
Oh, you're a hermit.
I love when things get canceled.
You're like, I don't have to go.
You name it, I love it. I had a flight get canceled once, and I was like, fine by me.
Oh, you were fine in Burbank. I lost my damn mind. Like you said, I was running to the terminal, sweating, jumping over babies. It was a lot.
But I was away. I don't like that when I'm away from home. If I'm at home and I'm supposed to go somewhere and something gets canceled, then I'm fine.
I always take it as a sign that, maybe someone from above might have been intervening and we shouldn't have been on that flight anyway. Or a delay with traffic. Maybe I would have been in an accident, so maybe it's a good thing that, my high heel broke and I had to go back home or whatever.
Exactly.
I just feel like everything happens for a reason. That was not what I was saying on Hurricane Day. Because again, it was a light sprinkle. They kept showing the same little shack washing down a hill. Not even in this country, I might add.
Really?
They had that on a continuous loop of one house in TJ. Not that I don't feel for them, but they canceled everything. So it was just a bit overkill. But and I think everyday life stuff. One of the things that bothers me, the driving thing's always a big one because Arizona's real bad. I don't know what it is about this place. You've lived other places.
I've become when I moved here about 11 11, 12 years ago, I was a really good driver. Now I am a horrible driver.
You're like, well, if they're doing it, screw
Yeah,
it.
I've just adapted to it. I am a terrible driver now.
Yeah. The only thing they do here that makes me a little nuts is people don't understand you don't pace the other car. What that means is you don't go exactly next to the car beside you.
Yeah.
Everyone does that.
Yeah.
You do that if you're tailing somebody on a stakeout. I wouldn't know anything about that. You know, nothing about that. Or if you're trying to get into an accident or sideswipe somebody, that's when you drive directly next to another vehicle.
Yeah.
You know, like that's a notorious thing here in Arizona. It's very bizarre.
It is.
You know, if you don't check your blind spot, well, then you're just screwing up everybody's day. Yeah. Yeah.
Defensive driving.
Yeah. Well, I got a new car. I don't know if I told you this.
You did?
I did.
Is it the one you just pulled up in?
Yeah. The
Yeah,
black
it's
one.
nice.
It's cute, but here's the thing. I let it drive itself, and I don't think I'm supposed to do that.
You let it?
It has features where I can just like push all these buttons, and it steers itself.
Don't do it.
It'll stop itself.
Yeah, don't. It's
I can
not,
set
the
this-
technology's not there yet.
Well,
They're
it's
still
Korean.
working with the bugs.
It's Korean. Yeah, I noticed it the other day. It just veered me to the left for no reason.
Yeah.
I was like, was it a breeze? What is going on? I'm in the lane
Yeah.
now. It just changed my lanes. I was like, oh, I did not want you to do that. Yeah, it's a Hyundai, and I thought that if I could just turn all the things on, all the options, I could just chill. You know, like write some notes, read a book.
I will not trust a self-driving car
Yeah.
until
It veers you.
well, let's see. Until I'm dead.
Yeah. Well,
Not in my lifetime. I won't trust
I mean, maybe when you're 95, give it a shot because you're like, just about done.
it. I don't think I'm gonna make it to 95.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently, you know.
I mean, you're gonna look
Amanda.
great though. We're gonna be preserved. Remember?
Yeah,
Your
that's
knee's gonna
right.
hurt.
I'll be.
Your back and your knee.
my back and knee will be toast,
Yes.
but at least I'll look amazing.
You're right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Unless we all have the self-driving cars and they're like all like doing their own little thing, they could like then it's fine. But it's just you got to pay attention. That's the thing. It's not a great time to read War and Peace, which is what I tried to do.
Yeah. Hey, I took a train once.
Ooh.
4-hour train ride. It was amazing.
Wow. Where?
From Seattle to Vancouver.
Okay.
I flew into Seattle.
It was a good time.
Yeah, it was. I thought, I'm like 4 hours on a train. I'd never really taken a train anywhere.
Okay.
It takes a train.
Yeah. That's cool.
But
In Temecula, they've got a wine train you should do. I want to do that.
That sounds fantastic.
I read. We didn't go in time. I wanted to go. Like you, that's the thing. They're all right on time. They're on schedule. They don't do well with the late Italian thing. They got to be there on time, and then you can do the wine train. So.
I think we're killing it with the listeners. I talked about my smoothie, and now we're talking about trains.
Well, one thing I was going to mention is my train ride was not the same experience you had. It sounds like yours was very scenic and beautiful.
It was, but can I tell you?
Yeah.
I saw. Okay, I did not expect this, but I saw two on separate occasions, like 15 minutes apart, two fully naked men on the train ride.
Were they on the train or they were just outside of the?
They were outside of the train. One point, there was a guy on a beach, just completely naked.
Wow.
And then at another point, it was another beach. I'm thinking in my head, and there was just another naked guy hanging out,
Just hanging out.
like 15 minutes from the other. And I'm like,
And
this is
was
very strange.
this in Vancouver?
I don't remember where exactly the train was at this point.
Wow.
I just remember.
I had a similar experience. Mine was grosser though.
Was it an Egyptian caller?
No, it was not. I was actually, that would have been more flattering. I think you at least would have had cologne on. I was on a train called the Sprinter, which is in San Diego, and it goes between Escondido and Carlsbad. And
Well, you got to know you're going to see a naked man on a train called the Sprinter.
it's beautiful. So what happened with that is the train car was pretty much empty. It's me and one other dude. And happened to be an unsheltered poverty survivor is what we call him there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he decided that he needed to sit directly across from me.
Okay.
And then he decided that is the prime time to pull out his deodorant. And
I thought you were going to say something else.
Nope, that would have
Okay.
that would have been more anticipated. This was like a show. So he takes out the deodorant and he starts putting it on slowly while maintaining eye contact like this, and just really just vomited it up. And I looked at him and I said, "Good morning." And then he switched to the other pit. So it was like a whole display.
Wow.
Yeah, and I felt bad for him because in that moment I remember that I did not put any on that day.
Maybe he was trying to tell you something.
It was a clue.
Like, please
Hey,
ask
lady.
to borrow this,
Hey, lady.
and I will.
Public transportation. This is for all of us. No, it was San Diego is a real adventure now. I know. Yeah.
I always loved San Diego.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
But you got to know where to go now.
I think that's everywhere.
Yeah, it's just last time I lived down there, that's why I left. Is I had some people, urban campers, right in my parking lot, and they just, I'm like, I'm paying $2,000 a month to stay in this building, and you were just hanging out. They'd kick my car. Like, there were things that were not as neighborly.
They wanted you to wear deodorant. They're trying
That's
to
what it was. They're like, we saw you on the
They're
train.
like, you know what? Maybe if we kick her car, she'll
Yeah,
put on
to
some
get a
deodorant.
clue. Yeah, then there was the 3 a.m. screaming. It was just a weird alarm clock. It was very much like a zombie apocalypse out there.
Do you ever have night terrors?
Yeah. Actually, speaking of which, I can't watch scary movies.
Really?
Because I will have bad dreams.
A tough one like you.
That you would think that I'd be fine, but
So you don't watch them at all?
well, honestly, I'm such a baby with that stuff. So I watched The Hills Have Eyes in the theater, and I remember I threw up in my own mouth. So I was like, that's not the
Please
anticipated.
do not ever watch
Yeah.
anything scary. Yeah, if you're throwing up in your mouth.
Yeah. I was not expecting it either.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. And then, Resident Evil. That I had nightmares for 10 years.
From Resident Evil?
Yes. Yeah. And then I'd fall asleep, and in
I
my
can't
dream,
imagine if you actually watched a real scary movie.
Oh, I know. Like, I've never seen any of the Saw movies or Hostel. No.
you-
And then why I have like
You
the
would
night
make
terror thing, I fall asleep, and then in my dream, I'm wearing the same outfit. I'm in the same part of the house where I fell asleep. So it's on the couch or in my bedroom, whatever. So it's like same setting that I fell asleep in, but then the zombies are coming in the window. So that sucks because it's very reality based. Like the things merge in my brain.
So, yes.
Very real.
Okay. Yeah.
Very Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah.
See, but have you ever seen any of the Nightmare on Elm Street?
One, that was not smart for a 3rd grade slumber party on my part. It ended
So
badly.
what do you do like on Halloween? Someone's like, hey, like, what about your husband? Does he say, hey, let's watch scary movies? It's Halloween. And you're
He tries. Edibles are involved, a lot of cocktails, and then the goal is for me to just pass out before anything bad happens. I think that's what we're doing year to year.
We're gonna watch scary movies.
And I
Here,
accidentally
eat this
also-
giant meal, drink this half bottle of bourbon,
and I might wear a cute outfit like this accidentally again. Like I'm like, oh, like lingerie with ears. You got it, honey. Like, whoops. Who's a Playboy bunny? You are. Yeah. Yeah. What's your favorite scary movie? You like scary movies? It sounds like.
I do. I love scary movies. Can I name a few?
Yes.
All right. So I think the scariest movie of all time is The Exorcist.
Oh yeah.
I also think the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre is extremely scary.
And I think they're both based on true stories. I think.
Yeah.
Do they always say that? Though?
Well, they do. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre was based on Ed Gein, who was a serial killer in Wisconsin, I believe. He never used a chainsaw, but he did, make lampshades out of
Oh, that's so
his
gross.
victims.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Well, it's Halloween. We gotta talk about this stuff.
Yeah.
Scary, spooky stuff.
He sounds like the kind of guy that gets really angry when his day doesn't go as planned.
Yeah, right? Like the kind who swears in his car.
Oh, you never know. You never know. I also don't do very well in haunted houses. Do you like haunted houses?
No, I hate haunted houses because they're like, it's all dark and crammed, and then there's some guy who's like, blah, and I'm like, just leave me alone.
Every time I've been in one,
But it's more annoying than scary. I'm just annoyed when I'm there.
Oh, see, my brain does not connect. Like, this is fake. You're fine. I overreact.
That sounds, yeah.
I punched a guy once, and I feel really bad.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. He touched me though. You're not supposed to touch me. It makes it
No, yeah, you're not supposed to
He
touch.
touched me.
Okay.
It was a grab. It was a grab.
Well then, okay, he deserved to be
He got the
punched.
right cross.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
was like, I'm sorry. You should maybe switch to the hot dog stand over there. This is not your venue, dude.
So he thought, he's like, I got this job at the haunted house. I'm gonna grab me a lady.
It was like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then another time, there was one in San Diego, and I actually went with a bunch of my girlfriends. And I have an older brother, Johnny, and he went. And he had to go back in after me because I'm not coming out of the house, and everyone's outside waiting. And he had to go back in and look for me. And apparently, I was in the clown room just rocking myself in the corner because I just like checked out,
gosh.
and I couldn't get out. The clown just looked at him and shrugged, like, I don't know. This one's a little weird.
I I have like, you know, I believe in ghosts and spirits and things like that.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not too much afraid of them
Mm-hmm.
because when you never hear a story like, yeah, I saw a ghost and it really roughed me up. You know, like if you see a ghost, it's not gonna give you a right cross like you did to that guy at the haunted house.
Yeah. Our lights flicker occasionally. It's
Yeah.
a bit annoying. You
Yeah.
know, it affects our energy bill. I'm like, okay, this was $40 more because of Sid the Ghost.
Hey, you want to hear my ghost story?
Yes.
Okay, so
We've got 5 whole minutes left. Tell me everything.
Okay, so this is I'll tell it quickly. So this house I used to live in, I no longer live there, and it always had a weird energy. Like it just seemed like something was off. And I remember
Like you were on a naked train?
yeah, no, so much worse than that. And so I remember I woke up one night and I felt like there was someone next to me, and I'm up, I'm awake, I'm like, okay, this is weird. And then I
Did the
look,
bed move kind of feeling?
no, and I look to the right, and this lady, she's all pale, her eyes were like flashlights, like lights, and she had long black braids, and she gets up, kneels up, and stares at me, looking very angry. And then I woke up. I thought I was already awake. I woke up.
Oh, that's the worst.
Well, but here's the thing.
Every
So,
dream I have is like that. It's terrible.
my mom's always been like kind of psychic. Like she could look at someone and say like, your daughter's gonna have a baby, right? And they're like, what? I don't even know you, but yes, it's like that kind of person.
As a brief aside, is she good with lottery numbers?
No.
Okay. So I was
She
gonna be
tries
like,
them.
hey, let me bring your mom a pumpkin spice latte real quick.
So the next day, I had my parents over, and my mom was like, I'm getting a feeling here, and I don't like it. And I said, all right, what, Mom? She's like, there's a woman here, and she has black braids. She has braids coming down. And I was like, I'm so mad at you for saying it. And I told her about my dream. And she's like, yep. And
Unless it was her being spooky and she like high fives your dad. She's like, got him.
No, she didn't know about my dream. So,
Oh.
yeah, that's my ghost story.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was scared to move.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Yeah.
Horrible. Ugh. On a lighter note, I forgot to mention, aren't we doing a show together this week?
Yes, we are going to be at the Bearded Barber Speakeasy, right?
Yes.
It's a speakeasy in Anthem, Arizona.
Yes.
Friday night, 8 o'clock.
Yes. You're the headliner. I'm so proud of you.
Yes, oh, thank you.
Thank you for being there. It's going to be great. I'm the host.
Yes.
It's going to go kind of like this, but hopefully more jokes. Hopefully a little bit funnier.
We're going to talk a lot about trains and smoothies.
Right, naps. Our back pain.
Yeah, our back. Yeah.
Everyone's tuning in
so
now.
if you like
You'll hear
today's
about-
topics,
Yeah.
oh my.
Everyone wants to hear about the joint pain. That's awesome. All right, we've got like a minute left. Rapid fire questions. Are you ready?
All right, yeah, I'm ready. Go.
Okay. Yes or no? Have you ever been to Europe?
No.
Burgers or hot wings?
Burgers.
Okay. Favorite fast food restaurant?
In-N-Out.
Yeah, they're good.
Or
What's
Popeyes. Or Popeyes.
No. What's worse, organized religion or totalitarian government?
Totalitarian government.
All right, I like that answer. Okay. Favorite concert you've been to?
Metallica.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I went to the Flaming Lips. They were fun. Didn't love the music as much, but it was a good show.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. If you could hang out with any 3 people, living or dead, who would you hang out with?
I would hang out with Jesus, just to be like, all this stuff, really? Like,
Great
this is,
answer.
I would hang out with John F. Kennedy, because I'd
Okay.
be like, hey,
I feel like right now they're hanging out.
Yeah, maybe they are.
Pun intended.
That'd be fun. And who else would I want to hang out with? Anne Hathaway.
Oh, that's terrible.
Why?
Oh, that's, you know what, we can't say that. We're on a hip-hop station. And on that note, it's time for
I'm
us
sorry,
to go,
but
guys.
even I listen to hip hop and I watch Delaware's Prada. So thank you.
Love it. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. This is the Lauren Rachael Talk Show, special guest Tony B. You can follow him on his Instagram at Tony B Comedy, and mine is the Lauren Rachael. All right, thanks for hanging out with us tonight, and you'll see us at the Anthem Bearded Barber for our show on Friday night. High five.
Thanks, Lauren.
All right, thanks, Tony. And happy Halloween, everybody.
And we're good.
All right, that was fun.
That was fun. That was great. The hour goes by really fast.
Yeah, it went by. Yeah, it went by real quick.
Good job.
Yes.
I feel like we should take some pictures.
Yes,
And then
definitely.
we'll head out. Anything you need on our side, Merc?
No.
All right.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Hey, awesome show.
Thank you.
Oh, and I did pay Doobie yesterday. I don't know if he messaged you or not, but I paid him already for today. So I'll make sure I do that every time before the show. Okay?